Hi everyone, my name is Booth and today I'm going to be giving a brief overview from a branding perspective of Adobe. And I'm also going to be providing a few recommendations based on the work I've been doing over the past few months. Now, first I'd like to briefly touch on the process I took to get to this point. I conducted extensive research at the USC Library by reading over 30 notable publications that pertain to Adobe's business. And I also conducted 3 separate interviews, including an interview from a former employee of Adobe, Chris Zanero, as well as interviews with 2 corporate level software buyers from large Fortune 500 companies here in Santa Monica. I also became a user of as many Adobe products as I possibly could so that I could participate in the customer journey from start to finish. And finally, I actually had the chance to participate in a sales and certification presentation for one of Adobe's top competitors called Anaplan so that I could gain some competitive context for Adobe. Now, Adobe is a major player in the software industry and is consistently recognized as one of the most innovative companies in the industry. The public perception of Adobe is really favorable, and a number of online forums exist for people to share and discuss projects, tools, tips, and help each other out. From a branding perspective, here are some of the examples of image and advertisements that Adobe is currently using to connect with its customers. Notice how much of this messaging is based around the incredible imagery that a user can create when using the Adobe Creative Suite of products like Photoshop and Illustrator. So all of these 3 images, they were all made with Photoshop and Illustrator, including this ad right here. So rather than taking a deep dive into the competitive landscape and the customer journeys, I'll summarize by saying that Adobe is a textbook example of how a software company should transition to a subscription-based business model while maintaining customers and actually increasing its customer base through cross-selling of its multiple products and services. Also, one of the more exciting pieces of Adobe's recent history is Adobe Experience Cloud. This is a marketing campaign management software that's receiving incredible reviews amongst the marketing industry professionals. Adobe Experience Cloud is a platform where marketing leaders can manage their campaigns across multiple channels like CRM, digital, retail, ads, and e-commerce, all in one offering from creative development to implementation. Now, because of this exciting news, my first recommendation is for Adobe to update their value proposition and transition communications towards the data side of marketing. Adobe has been very successful focusing their marketing efforts by showing these amazing things that can be made with their software like Photoshop and Illustrator. But Adobe should begin to transition to show the benefits of using the Adobe Experience Cloud software and the ease, control, and clarity that comes along with it for marketing leaders. With this update, it's my recommendation that Adobe also update its value proposition for Adobe Experience Cloud to marketing leaders are able to control campaigns and manage consistencies across all channels with one application, Adobe Experience Cloud. So the main idea here is instead of focusing on marketing creatives as they've traditionally done, they should really start to focus on the benefits of Adobe Experience Cloud that it can have for the marketing leaders, like your managers and your CMOs in the world. Okay, next recommendation is I recommend that Adobe should create a basic version of Adobe Experience Cloud. So currently, Adobe is focusing all of its efforts appealing to customers at the enterprise level, the very large business size level. But this software is just as useful for marketing departments and small and medium-sized businesses. And they're completely missing this opportunity. Now, it makes sense with Adobe strategy that Adobe strategy team is launching this product at the enterprise level first to create more demand and establish it as the premium product in the market. So it's not surprising that they haven't done this yet, but at some point it will be key for Adobe to capture the small and medium-sized business market. And when they do, I recommend that they create a basic version of their current offering. Finally, my last recommendation is that Adobe start to communicate about the data they're gathering in Adobe Experience Cloud and communicate the benefits their customers experience as a result of this data that they have. Adobe has been very quiet about the subject, and I'm guessing it's because they're trying to avoid negative press or any associations that people currently have around large data organizations like Facebook and Google. We've all seen the news lately. And they're also new to this space, so they might be creating a strategy as we speak to make sure that they launch it in the right way. However, when the time is right, it's essential that they communicate this to their B2B customers, as it's a huge advantage of using Adobe over any other product. Okay, thank you very much. It's a very exciting time for Adobe with massive growth prospects in the future, and I really look forward to seeing where the company goes from here. Thank you.